You've seen reporter Tiffany Hobbs on WJBF News Channel 6 for a couple of months now, and she's doing a great job. But this Augusta native and Davidson Fine Arts alum has done some high-profile stage shows on and off Broadway, including The Lion King and Waitress. She's also appeared on TV and streaming shows Atlanta, Ozark, and MacGyver, among others. And this weekend, you can see her in the Hallmark movie, A Holiday Spectacular. Tiffany is with me right now. And Tiffany, how fun, because it's going to be Thanksgiving weekend. And so people will be able to just have some downtime, eating leftovers, and they can watch you in this Hallmark movie. So I saw some great pictures that we're going to share with the audience. Tell us a little bit about what the big premiere was like and some of the people you got to work with.
Oh my, the premiere was amazing. We had it at Radio City Music Hall.
Yeah.
So that's an iconic, special place for a lot of performing artists, where the Tonys happen, all of that. And yeah, Hallmark did a beautiful rollout of their entire Christmas season, and our movie, A Holiday Spectacular, was the movie that they were building all of this upon. It's just such a special event for them because it's the first time the Rockettes have done a movie since their inception.
And you got to be with them.
And I got to be with the Rockettes. I remember the first day that we had to meet together. I met the cast that first day when I was up in New York, and we went, our first day we were on the Radio City Music Hall stage with the Rockettes. And I remember when the doors opened for us to go into the theater, we all four of us just took this huge gap. We just took in the air, and it was spectacular.
Oh,
it was amazing.
Imagine.
I mean, because it's where dreams come true for so many artists, and to be there and know how special that moment is was just amazing. So we got to do that. We got to rehearse with the Rockettes and put on their costumes and all of that. And at the premiere, we got to, you know, relive all of that, but with the entire Hallmark family.
And may I just say, you look spectacular in that red dress.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you.
Well, Anne Margaret was in the movie, and Eve Plum, who's Jan from the Brady Bunch.
Yeah.
That's how everybody knows Eve Plum.
And it's amazing because the thing about when we get to do, as artists, when we get to do projects like this, sometimes we don't know who's in it until the first day that we step on to set, or sometimes not even until after post-production.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Because if we don't have any scenes with them, we don't really know. And sometimes they're very hush-hush about that information. We sign NDAs. And so I knew that Anne Margaret was in it because they were wrapping a scene that she was doing on the stage before we went on. So I got to see her, but I didn't know about Eve until later on. And you know, when I saw the final, like the cast list finally being put up on IMDb, I was like, wow, such heavy hitters, people that I've watched growing up. It's amazing that our paths could cross like this.
Yeah. That is the neatest thing. Well, take me back now, Davidson Fine Arts School, and you have an acting class because your mom called you a drama queen. So you thought, okay, maybe I should take acting.
Yes, that is exactly how it happened. So I auditioned, I found out about Davidson Fine Arts School. I went to, it was then called Forest Hills Elementary, and I was at the playground, and Jeb Boone was the guy. I just remember he was in my class and he was talking about the school, Davidson. So I went home and I told my mother, I said, hey, I heard about this really cool school, I want to audition. And she said, okay, if you want to. And then she was like, I've always said that you're a drama queen, maybe this might be something for you. So I went through the whole process of auditioning, and then I got in. And I remember my audition with Betty Walper. It was, we had to do this kind of interpretive, we had to become an animal, and we had to be in the space of the classroom and basically just like do all of these prompts that she gave us. Like, pretend you're fighting for your cubs, or pretend that you're celebrating with your family, but as animals. And I just remember going all the way full out, and
How appropriate for the Lion King.
How appropriate for the Lion King, and it all comes full circle. Yeah, and I remember I basically had 30 minutes of elective time when I went in. I was in the 5th grade. That was when we had the 5th grade class, and I decided to take up drama because I had such a great time auditioning and what my mom said, and it was just after that first class, I knew I had to stay.
Well, you went on to school, you went on to UGA, and then you went to New York, and you've been with a group in Dallas. You were based in Dallas for a while.
Yes.
So you've had years in theater and television work. What made you think, okay, now I want to do reporting?
So my mom says a lot of things to me that always end up being so spot on, but she's always said, I think you would be so great at this. And she's said that for a very long time. Even, matter of fact, when I went to the University of Georgia, I was a double major, and I decided to go into the School of Journalism for my second major. My first major was theater, and then I picked up a journalism major, and I met Deborah Roberts. She came and talked to us, and I just remember being like, wow, this sounds like something that I could do. So I took up the journalism school, and I always said to myself, at some point, I'm gonna find my way into that avenue. And basically, to be honest, just once the pandemic hit and things started shifting around, I decided to start looking. And I got really fortunate because here at WJBF.
Well, we are the fortunate ones for sure, because the poise that you have in front of a camera can only help you. I mean, that's just terrific. But you bring so much. You bring so many different life experiences, and I think that is just what makes people interesting. And when I saw the little blurb in one of our emails in the station about the Hallmark movie, and I'm like, Tiffany, what? So, like, girl, you've got to be on my show, and we've got to let people know. So it debuts Thanksgiving weekend. Do you know, does it just drop, or is it a particular time?
We don't have the time yet, but I'm sure if you check the Hallmark website or just on any of their social media channels, they'll let you know exactly what time. But it's on Sunday.
And it's a holiday spectacular holiday? Holiday spectacular. A holiday spectacular. And you'll want to look up a little bit more, because she's also been in that First Lady show on Showtime, and Woke, and worked with Rebel Wilson in Senior Year. So much about her, but we just don't have time right now. But Tiffany Hobbs, thank you for sharing some of your exciting journey with us, and I'm excited to see the holiday movie on Hallmark. Thank you.